Adi Śaṅkaracharya, finding the understanding or the level of understanding of a student, started giving advice, or else there is no point of opening mouth. Because Vedanta is always highly misunderstood by different people, especially all the self-made people and those who become popular. Also, when a person does not study under a teacher for a length of time, some here and there, like as Puja Swamiji used to say, studying from the or finding out from the back paper, or we say very nicely, we have a saying, from Hindu cutting newspaper, okay? So cuttings, because there is a newspaper in India, very nice newspaper, okay, in South India, called Hindu. And that newspaper is against Hinduism. And they have got a column, okay, behind, because like, from since I saw the newspaper Hindu, so we used to, read that column first. All the elderly people, all the spiritual seekers, they read, and not only that, they cut that and keep it. In fact, they have a book also on that, okay? So they sell the books also now, they have collection, it's very nice. So we call it, this cutting newspapers. So you study and you start teaching. In fact, you will start talking better way, convincing way than these teachers, those who have studied systematically. That's why present day, the great orators, they come under that, and their things will be appearing in that backside, okay? It's an amazing concept, let us not get into. However, here is another concept to be understood very carefully. Last class, when it was taught very carefully, Sarvam Atmataya Jnatam Jagat Stavara Jangamam Abhavat Sarvabhavanam Dehasya Cha Atmana Kutaha. So that means if you know that anything and everything is Atma, now please understand, so where is this body? So body doesn't exist. While looking at this, also we need to look at very carefully that we look at this teaching in a different level for different people. If the person is not an adhikari, a qualified person, we stop teaching. But unfortunately, in present era, teaching continues. And especially after pandemic, don't ask. One of the worst thing has happened to this teaching tradition after pandemic. You people may say that yes, we all are being benefited, we are listening to do. Yes, your intellect is being benefited. But in reality, how much you are being benefited, only when a problem comes in your life, you will understand. When I make a statement, that which is contradicting your way of thinking, your way of habit, how you react. You understand? My eyes expression, everything. And thank God you all are in camera. If not in camera, don't worry, okay? You'll go away somewhere, again come back, okay, allow it. So the teaching has to continue in keeping with the maturity of a student. If the maturity of the student is overlooked, definitely the teaching goes to a wrong person. And if you look at the whole teaching tradition, has become or is being presented differently by different people because of this reason only, nothing else. And in order to make it sure, earlier days, even though there was no exam, nothing, we didn't have these exam facilities, not necessarily, but we used to look at the person, how the person starts functioning, behaving, responding. Especially after attending the class, if there is no change in my behavior, if there is no change in my approach, but yathavat as it was, tathavat, so I keep moving. Here you can know yavat tavat. Oh, you have been hearing this yavat, yathavat, yatha, tatha. So you can use here, okay? So that some Sanskrit should come. The way I was after listening to Vedanta, attending all these classes, still I am continuing and I will continue. Keeping this Vedanta in one side of my mind. Yes, it's very nice, interesting, very fascinating. And especially every day, nothing wrong in it, Swamiji. That I can say, I am studying Vedanta. It's not only you people, there are many people, don't worry. Why I am highlighting? Especially from verse number 89 onwards, we need to look at little differently, and 90 definitely we have to look at completely differently. Why and how? Let us look at the verse, then we will see. Atmanam satatam janan kalam nayamahadvite Prārabdham akhilam bhunjan nodvegam kartum arhase. Says, look, bhoh mahadvitehe. So that means the one who has got enlightenment. So, oh wise people, oh wise ones. So what they here is, now Atmana satatam janam, Atmanam satatam janam, akhilam prārabdham bhunjan, kalam naya udvegam kartum na arhasi. This is the part of that advice, continues. Now, after knowing the truth of oneself, oh great torchbearer of this knowledge. Now continue your life without any worries, without any insecurity, without any sense of loss. And accepting Prārabdha, continue. That means there is no need to fight. There is no need to do anything. So including Bangladesh issue, I am bringing it differently now, carefully. Whatever happens, you do not bother. You really do not look at. But what happens to many students? This is the problem. You know this popular story. What is that popular story? A student goes to a Gurukulam, studies under the teacher. The teacher said, look, everything is what? That whatever you see, everything is mithya. But only one thing is called Satyam, that is called Atma. All these things that you see, experience, everything is mithya. So you don't have to worry about mithya. You don't have to be afraid of mithya. After all, it will be falsifying. So the student understood. Now after understanding, thought, okay, now I am man of enlightenment. Comes out. As he comes out, proudly, now I understood where the pride comes. Pride is not mithya for him, okay? Now sees one elephant. People are running out here and there. And that happens to be mad elephant. Now he says, look, he is going towards the elephant, because after all, elephant is what? Mithya. Everybody started shouting, hey, it is a mad elephant, it is going to hit you, don't go away, go away, go away. He says, what are you talking? Just now I have returned from where? From Gurukulam, okay? I have understood with my hat, you can see my hat, an invisible hat, okay? Just now I have been graduated from the Gurukulam, and I have understood there is no Satya other than me, only one thing exists, that is Satyam, all are Mithya. It will falsify. Why to bother? And goes nearer to it. And you know what elephant does? It's, and poor fellow breaks his back, spine, and gets admitted in the hospital. So the teacher came to know this has happened. So now he comes to the teacher comes to see the student, ex-student, let us say. Now what the student says? So instead of doing namaskaram to the teacher, instead of, expressing gratitude, what comes first? Complaint. So one point I am noting it here, okay? So the complaint comes. What is the complaint? You taught us wrongly. You told everything is mithya. Look, I believed, I listened to you. Now when I look at this elephant as mithya, look at this is my result. The teacher smiled. Yes, now also I am telling you, this is mithya. Who says, did I tell that now also it's satyam? Then why did it happen? Now tell me, when this elephant is mithya, was your body mithya or not? The way elephant hit you, was it mithya or not? Now the pain that you are going through, is it mithya or not? No. Everything may be mithya, but not my pain. Okay? Pain is only truth. and you know further, okay? If this is the approach for Vedanta, then you know you will have only suffering, nothing else. So when the elephant came, other people also said, go away. The mithya people say, hey, look at, there is a mithya, go away, mithya. At least you have to take care of that. But the point here is, living your life without two things. One is free from ahankara, free from abhimana. So these are the 2 points to be looked at in life. As if you observe a dog, unless a trained dog, okay? Or any animal, better word. So animals are vimukta. Whatever they commit, they at least are not being punished in the eyes of the law. Suppose if dog takes a bread and runs away, so will somebody goes to the police station and complains, so this bread or this thing is being stolen by the dog, okay? But in India it's possible, okay? Because Indian judges, you know, I don't want to talk, okay? Anything and everything is possible. Because it happened, you know, when the goat entered into the judge's lawn and ate something, and that judge filed a case. Anyway, let us not get into. So these are the entertainment part, so that to make you alive, nothing else, okay? Coming back. Here, as the dog is vimukta, why? The dog does not have abhimana. That I am a dog, I have to do this, I have to achieve this. If there is a competition Olympic for the dogs, if a dog gets silver or gold, definitely there will be no competition among themselves, okay? Even though they are trained, after that they will start moving together. But the dog owner will start elevated. Wow, my dog, or I am the winner of what? Gold. Hey, not you are not a winner, okay? Your dog has won, not you, okay? That time the fellow doesn't mind to become dog, okay? So to take the credit, I don't mind to become a dog, you understand? So this is one type of abhimana. Don't worry. You don't mind to take credit for your child when the child does something good. Do you become child or not? I am father, I am mother, you understand? When child does bad, it's your child. So each one pushes the child towards others, okay? It is your child. And I don't want to talk further, okay? You know better how you talk in your day-to-day life. However, abhimanam and ahankara. So these two are connected differently. Why? From verse number 90 to 99 is being a different topic altogether. This is all about Prārabdha. Here Adi Śaṅkaracharya wants to say something that based on the students. That's why I have been talking this point. How? Just observe this development. In the beginning, we said there is wave and there is ocean. When we said there is wave and there is ocean, and also we said wave is made up of water and ocean also is made up of water, as though we accepted duality or not. So Dvaita we accepted it. But later on, as we started understanding, We say, look, both are water. In fact, there is neither wave nor ocean. There is only one thing exists based on the understanding of a student. So also with reference to Atma, the consciousness. We said there is Atma, there is Anatma. Anatma has no existence. There is no independent existence. There is existence but not independent existence. Please be very careful, okay? Anatma has existence but has no independent existence. This is called mithya. But people do not understand this point. They will say, oh, Anatma has no existence. That's all. Then destruction comes. So when it has no independent existence, that means again we accepted duality, and later on we say, look, all are nothing but what? It is Atma, the consciousness. So also now the third level of teaching here, we have seen also in Tattvabodha, here in this verse 2, a wise person lives the life based on Prārabdha. Clear? How and why? Because all the karma put together differently. So we divided into 3 categories. So what are they? I hope this much you remember, okay? Sanchita, Prārabdha and Agami. Hey, I don't have to repeat it. If you have to repeat, go to Tattvabodha, okay? So Sanchita means what? Accumulated. That has been accumulated life together. So we have uncountable number of lives. And in each life, how many karmas we have done? Everything is stored. And that is called Sanchita karma, accumulated karma. And from that Sanchita karma, accumulated karma, one portion gets fructified. Like fixed deposit gets fructified, gets matured. So one portion that is fructified, that is called as Prārabdha. And because of the Prārabdha, that maturity of that fixed deposit, now this body-mind complex has come to an existence. You can say that is called birth, technically. When both this gross body and subtle body along with the causal body joins together. And when gross body is separated from subtle body and causal body, that is called death. It's only separation. Joining called birth, separation is called death. That's why in your day-to-day life, any separation happens. So there is a fear. And all the fear is connected to the ultimate separation. What is that ultimate separation? The ultimate separation is what? Gross body getting separated from subtle body and causal body. What you call as death. See how psychologically it works, okay? Like if you have a phobia, any phobia you have, how some, deep within there some problem you have. And that gets reflected everywhere. Or you can say, suppose in your childhood you have some bad experience. Or you can say some bitter experience, unhandleable, unmanaged experience, undigestible, not undigested, undigestible experience. Both. Undigested and undigestible experience. Now what happens to you? Now you will be looking at whole life based on that experience. If it is undigestible but already digested, can you see the difference? Even though it is undigestible but it is digested by you, you will see your approach will be entirely different. And even if it is digestible but you have not digested, Again you will look at differently seriously. I hope psychologically I am talking it. It's a very serious point to look at. So how this happens in day-to-day life? Now here the Prārabdha. So you looking at Prārabdha, completely remember, depends upon your commitment with reference to knowledge. And when we talk about commitment with reference to knowledge, that means at least you don't have any baggage. At least you don't have any undigestible, unattained, unsettled thoughts. Can you see this point? If you have unsettled, undigested, unaddressable thoughts, that means till now you are not yet qualified for Vedanta. Still you need to continue. Means till that time you are a student. But the problem is, me being a student, I want to be a teacher, I want to comment. Means whenever I comment, I become a teacher or student. The moment I start commenting on anything, any issue, do I become a teacher or student? I become a teacher. I cannot be a student. But if I have plenty of undigestible or undigested, unaddressed, unattained thoughts, unwanted thoughts, and I start commenting, then what happens? Commenting becomes my tendency. And later on I call that as my birthright. Then what happens? Consequences. The consequences becomes like you give Nobel Prize to a wrong person. Because the present scenario, Bangladesh, because of Nobel Prize has gone to a wrong person. Now what is the consequences? For what reason the Nobel Prize was given to him, for that reason the country is going to be destroyed, already destroyed. You need to look at from different angles a group situation so that objectively you can understand what is happening in your life or in your surrounding. We are not critical of anybody. We are not. Why should we be? Neither we are in politics, nor we have power, nothing. Just here I am trying to communicate, teach through the examples, the present examples, nothing else. So coming back, here one has to be very careful that when I have unattained, undigestible or undigested thoughts, unresolved thoughts, as a rule when I am doing Nididhyasanam, Mananam and Nididhyasanam along with Shravanam, at least I must not comment. Once I start commenting, then what happens? I am neither this side nor that side. I'll give you a beautiful example of a group of people so that you will be able to understand easily. I am very carefully bringing it with due respect. So there is a group. What they do is, like a Swamiji who runs all these brahmachari courses and everything. So what he will do, after teaching 1 month or maximum 2 months, so you will ask all these brahmacharis to come and give a talk on that, what you have understood. Now after 2 months when you start talking, what you will do? So you will start talking to impress the teacher. So all his words, how he talks, so you will start, imitating those, and later on, those group, imitates the person putting the wrist on the right hand and with mala outside, what not. Hey, just putting the wrist in the right hand, putting mala, you think you can become that person? Impossible. This is one example I am giving. There are hundreds of examples are available in front. And they are very shallow, and every time they feel challenged, and they are the biggest group, and they are very good group, okay? One of the learned group from Swamiji. That much I can say. And I also happens to be in that lineage, okay? That much also I can give you input, nothing else. However, how it happens, same thing also, it can happen in your life. That's why we say, till I digest, unless and until I look at least my pattern, I am not supposed to comment with reference to anybody with reference to that pattern. Because if I comment, what does it mean? They are my inferiority complex or my, let us say, whatever insecurity I have, I want to cover it up, suppress, making me to feel superior. And once you make yourself to feel superior, that is the destruction. Means you start digging a pit for you. Can you see this very carefully? Unfortunately, nobody talks this aspect. That's why if I talk Vedanta and get out, now this Prārabdham will be misunderstood. Because tomorrow I am going to dismiss Prārabdham, okay? We talked a lot, there is Prārabdham. Tomorrow Prārabdham is going to be dismissed. Then what will happen? You will end up in the hospital like that student, okay? Then you complain, oh teacher, you taught wrongly. Now look at. So I will be listening to all your complaints. That's why I said, what did I say in the beginning? I said what? Moment you start complaining instead of accepting, that means you have not, or your mind, you have not reserved, or your mind is not yet prepared. More of it we will see tomorrow. Om